Coming up on F1 24/7 this week, is George Russell heading to Red Bull in the near future? Gunter Steiner says they've got their work cut out with new signing Nikita Mazepin. Yuki Tsunoda gets an Alpha Tauri seat. And Lewis Hamilton gives us an update after testing positive for COVID-19. George Russell is big in the news this week, and all for the right reasons. Very hardly done to at the Sakhir Grand Prix. Very nearly won the race. Should have won the race, not once, but twice, of course, stepping in for Lewis Hamilton, who did come down with COVID-19 just days before the race was about to begin. So, yeah, it's been a turbulent few days for Russell. One minute he's in the Williams, expected to, to be at the back, trying to get into Q2, maybe try and get his first points of the season and his career, of course. And next thing you know, he's getting the phone call from Toto Wolff in a bathroom on a Tuesday night saying, you're going to be in the car on Sunday. I mean, well, on Friday and Saturday as well. But it's been a crazy few days, and ultimately people were like, this is going to be a true test for Russell. How is he going to cope at the very top in the fastest car ever in Formula One history, alongside Valtteri Bottas, who again is also under a bit of pressure as his seat is kind of guaranteed, but people are saying he should be sacked, he should be dropped for his performances against Lewis Hamilton. And his performance on Sunday showed that Russell has the potential to become a Mercedes driver one day. We've all tipped it, but some had their doubts, is Russell as good as what people say he's going to be? Yes, he's got a bad car, but he's made some silly mistakes in the past. I mean, even this season, of course, the Imola safety car, he was going to be in the points, and then he dropped the car, spun it, and hit the barrier, and points are gone. And people were thinking, is Russell really that real the real deal? But I think Sakhir certainly proved that he beat Bottas fair and square. In some cases, he controlled the race by, as if he's been in Formula One for many, many years. It's just unfortunate for him, it was out of his hands that Mercedes got wrong with the tyres, and a slow puncture ultimately cost the end to his race and to a potential race win on his debut for Mercedes. However, this week is reported that Red Bull are monitoring the situation over at Mercedes. Now, Red Bull are also in like a kind of a driver predicament at this moment in time. We know Max Verstappen is going to be staying there for 2021 and beyond. However, the other seat, not quite confirmed as of yet. We know now that it's either going to be Albon or Perez in that seat for 2021. And judging by the sounds of the reports and the vibe Perez and Albon and Horner are giving off, it's going to be Albon in that seat for 2021. But there's also the option to get George Russell alongside Max Verstappen. Now, this is reports coming in from Germany at RTL. Now, I actually didn't see this report as an article. I'd seen this as a tweet, which I'll show the tweet now. And then, of course, there's a little article as well that you can read that basically explains that Red Bull are monitoring the situation at Mercedes. However, would it go to Red Bull? Now, before everyone starts, laughing or whatever, going, that is absolutely ridiculous. Does it sound ridiculous when I just say that Russell Red Bull right now? Of course it does. Red Bull they used to be the once dominant force of Formula One, and now they're kind of, they're not really a laughing stock, but they give off the vibe that they're better than what they actually are. They've always said every single year, okay, this is the year we're going to beat Mercedes, we're going to match them. Pre-season testing looks really good, reliability looks great. Jump into the first race of the season, and they're about 5/10 off the pace, and maybe even a second off the pace, and all right, it's going to be another Mercedes whitewash this season. That's kind of the vibe I've got with Red Bull at this moment in time. So it's kind of a think, well, why would Russell go from a almost guaranteed championship winning team and hop over to Red Bull? Now, this is where it doesn't get that kind of silly, because we know we've got these big regulations coming in 2022. Who is going to be at the team? Who's going to be the team at the front of the grid? Is it going to be Red Bull? Is it going to be Mercedes? Is it going to be Ferrari? Is it going to be Aston Martin? Is it going to be McLaren? I really hope so. We don't know who it's going to be. People are saying, oh, it's going to be Mercedes. But didn't people say this about Ferrari being at the front in 2009 or Red Bull being at the front in 2014? Yes, they did. They all thought they were going to be still going at the very front, keep momentum going, keep winning races and keep dominating the sport for many years to come. No, they all fell back. Ferrari just completely collapsed. So did Red Bull in 2014. Ultimately, not really down to them, but it was more down to the engine side. But still, though, they haven't won a Constructors' Championship since, nor drivers. Maybe Red Bull are the team to be at. We know Hamilton hasn't got the contract sealed just yet. It's going to be more or less signed, but we still don't know this. So if he does sign it, more than likely he is going to be alongside Valtteri Bottas for next season. Now, there is, of course, things going down, the rumours down the paddock that Russell's removed Williams from his bio on Instagram, as has Valtteri Bottas. I don't know how to read into that. I'm not going to read it as you will. It's entirely up to you. And yeah, people are thinking, okay, maybe Bottas, he has got the deal for 2021. But as I've said to you guys before, contracts mean nothing. So yeah, Russell, where does he stand in the situation? Well, if Mercedes decide to keep Hamilton and Bottas for another couple of years, because yes, Bottas, he's not the best driver in the world at this moment in time, and yes, he's not putting up a challenge to Lewis Hamilton, but he is getting the points, and this is what I keep saying to people, he is getting the points that Mercedes need to win the Constructors' Championships. Hamilton is winning the championships for himself and for the team. Valtteri Bottas, he's also getting the points that is needed for the Mercedes to win the Constructors' Championship. And if he's not doing that, he ain't going to be there. Because has Mercedes dropped off the pace or lost the Constructors' Championship since Bottas came into Mercedes when Rosberg left? No, they haven't. So he's doing the job. And is he there to beat Lewis Hamilton? Are they going to say, oh, by the way, Bottas, thank you very much for the championship and the points, but you haven't won the title yet, so you're not going to be here? No, they might keep Bottas for another 3-4 seasons, which sounds a bit drastic, but you never know. If it's working, why change it? Do you see what I'm saying here? So if Russell believes that isn't going to be changing and Bottas is going to be there alongside Hamilton for as long as Hamilton's going to be there, because there's reports saying that he's going to be there for 2-3 years, he wants to sign a multi-year deal, what if that opportunity's gone for Russell? You know what I mean? It happened with Ocon, it's happened with Verline. Why not George Russell as well? Yes, he is up-and-coming talent, but that opportunity that ship might have sailed by that point. Maybe there could be somebody else in line waiting to go at Mercedes. We really don't know the situation. So for Russell to go to Red Bull would be a very left move, I'll be honest. Do I think it would happen? No. But I see where they're coming from. I don't think it's not as ridiculous as it sounds. However, I'm not buying into it, but in my overall opinion, I think we will see Russell in a Mercedes at some point in the future. Will it be next season? I don't think so, but at time of record, nothing's been announced or whatever. Mercedes have actually said that they're not going to replace Bottas for George Russell, but this is Formula 1, and anything can change. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. Are you buying into it? Do you think Russell will go off to Red Bull one day? Do you think it's absolutely ridiculous, or do you think, yeah, I can see a bit of sense to this, but like I said, in my opinion, I can see where people are coming from, but ultimately, I don't think Russell will make the move to Red Bull. Next up, Nikita Mazepin, as we know, is going to be a Haas driver alongside F2 champion Mick Schumacher in 2021. And certainly a lot of eyebrows have been raised at this decision. Now, we know there's other drivers that were in the mix, Robert Schwartzman, Callum Ilott, all those kind of drivers. And when they chose Mazepin, we kind of knew the main reason why. It wasn't down to pure ability and raw speed, it was down to a bit of moolah. So, yeah, ultimately that's why Haas have went with them. Now, Haas team boss, Gunther Steiner, has said that Haas have got their work cut out in trying to manage Nikita Mazepin for next season. Now, if you didn't watch the races on Saturday or Sunday for the feature race and the sprint race, you would know that Nikita Mazepin was making a couple of friends. He made a couple of dodgy moves on drivers, trying to defend, trying to block the other drivers, not once, but twice, picking up, I think it was about 4 penalty points, I think it might have been. And then ultimately it brought his overall total penalty points total to 11. And if you get 12 for the season, it is a 1 race ban. Now, not a good way to kind of promote yourself to other teams as well. And we know Nikita Mazepin has got a bit of a reputation, let's say, and in fact actually fellow YouTuber Will from FP1 did a very good video breaking down Nikita Mazepin and why maybe it's not really that good for him going into Formula 1 and kind of breaking down the things that he's done wrong in the past. And yeah, he's not really a one for he's not a charmer, let's say, how I'll put it like that. But, and also as well, another YouTuber, Josh Ravel, basically explained the path that Nikita Mazepin took to get to where he is right now, and does he deserve it? And as well, he does a really good video talking in depth about his ability and his raw speed and that. And from what I learned from that video from Josh Ravel's, is Mazepin is not that bad of a driver. Now, as a person, yeah, maybe there are some issues that he needs to sort out if he wants to make a mark in Formula 1. But he's certainly not the worst driver that we're seeing on the grid, and never the worst driver, that we've seen ever in the history of the sport. well, yeah, to be fair, we haven't really seen him yet, but from his own ability and everything like that, we actually haven't seen him yet. So there's still work to be done. Now, Gundersteiner is totally right when he says that they have got the work cut out, because they know who Nikita Mazepin is. They know what he's done. They know what he's like on the track. And if he's like that in Formula One, I don't think you're going to be around for long. But with that Russian money behind him, I don't really know. It's going to be a tough one, isn't it, when it gets to that? Now, I have seen drivers like this in the past, Narain Carter-Kane, Pastor Maldonado, Roman Grosjean back in the day when he first started out in Formula 1 for the second time. He was like that. On his day, he was really good, but he would make some silly decisions and make some silly mistakes, and you were like, wait, why? And then people were like, oh, he shouldn't really be in Formula 1. And this is like in his Lotus days, and even some aspects in his Haas days as well, earlier on. So I think Mazepin could be one of those drivers, certainly. And it's obviously, yes, there were other drivers that could have had that seat alongside Mick Schumacher. And I am disappointed that it is Nikita Mazepin. But at the same time, I am willing to give him a chance. Surely he would be sensible enough to go, let's forget about this mistake, or maybe not forget, but let's, get over them, let's learn from them, and let's try and, build myself up to be a really good racing driver and take my career forward. Or he'll know that he's got money behind him, he's perfectly safe, and he can do whatever the hell he likes. Which one you go with is entirely up to you. But no, I think it is going to be interesting to see how Nikita Mazepin shows against Mick Schumacher. Who do I think will be the better driver, or who will get ahead as like an end of season prediction? For me, I'm tipping Mick Schumacher. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one with that. But I'm not saying it will be a total whitewash, because Mick Schumacher certainly is the quicker driver, but he's not really that quick in terms of raw ability. He's not like the next golden generation of driver. He's not a Max Verstappen. He's not a Lewis Hamilton, if you know what I mean. But he is in that ballpark of a potential really good driver, certainly a race winning driver, to say the least. But yeah, I can't wait to see what those two can do. But certainly Nikita Mazepin needs to buck up his ideas if he wants to survive as a driver in Formula 1. Yuki Tsunoda has got the Alpha Tauri seat for the Abu Dhabi Young Drivers Test, by the way. Yes, I know I've tricked you. I can see you now. Oh yeah, I fell for that one. Really convincing. I know, brilliant. So yeah, Yuki Tsunoda will be taking part in the Young Drivers Test in Abu Dhabi following the final race of the season. Now, there was talk of him, is he going to be at AlphaTauri next season, which is of course the sister team to Red Bull, where he is the academy driver for. There was talk of him going alongside Pierre Gasly for that other seat, because Gasly was confirmed earlier on this season that he would be staying with the younger team at AlphaTauri for 2021, leaving question marks for that other seat. Is Daniel Kvyat going to be retained for another season? Is Albon going to be dropped from Red Bull to AlphaTauri? Or is Yuki Tsunoda going to be getting the promotion from Formula 2 to Formula 1, and he said Yuki Tsunoda there, to Formula 1 for next season? Now, ultimately, it boils down to, will he have enough super license points to be able to get into Formula 1? That was the big question. Well, he won the final race of the season in, one of the races, in Bahrain for the final round of the Formula 2 season, and he finished third in the standings, which meant he's now got the eligible super license points to be a Formula 1 driver, basically confirming he's going to be alongside Pierre Gasly next season. Daniel Kvyat, he's had his stint, he's had his time in Formula 1. He isn't going to go up to Red Bull, unfortunately. He's not going to do much at AlphaTauri. I think it is now time for someone else to take the reins, give another young driver and put him alongside Pierre Gasly. That's going to be a very good driver lineup. Pierre Gasly, who's been on superb form in 2021. Yuki Tsunoda, he's had a very, very impressive debut season in Formula 2, and more than likely he is going to be going up to Formula 1 alongside Pierre Gasly, making him the first Japanese driver to be in the sport since Kobayashi in 2014 when he drove for the catering team. And I'm excited to see what Tsunoda can do. Now, yeah, like I said, there's been no official confirmation as to what's going to be happening with them. They even said that Red Bull wouldn't be designing their driver lineup for both teams until the final race of the season, probably dictating what's happening at the other seat with Red Bull. Is Albon going to be going back down to AlphaTauri? Red Bull said that he's not going to be doing that, so maybe that is going to be the case. Tsunoda more than likely is more than likely going to be promoted. See how he fares in the Young Drivers Test. Maybe there are a couple of contract things to sort out, some sponsorships to get over, some little obstacles, but more than likely we will be seeing a confirmation very, very soon. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what Yuki Tsunoda can do at Alpha Tauri for the Young Drivers Test anyways, and perhaps his first full season in Formula 2. And as well, the team that he drove for, Carlin, said on their Instagram story that they don't want to let him go. So again, just and a little goodbye underneath. So again, more or less confirming that he isn't going to be there next season. And finally, Lewis Hamilton has said that he has resumed training to try and compete in the season finale at Abu Dhabi this weekend. Now, as I said at the start of the video, just before the Sakhir Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton announced that he had contracted COVID-19 and therefore he had to self-isolate. He couldn't be anywhere near the track. He had to stay in his hotel room to self-isolate. Now, I think he had a test after the first Bahrain. It came back negative. I think another one came back negative. Then on the Monday, it came back as positive. I think it was the Tuesday. I think it was one of those days it came back as positive after a couple of tests. And of course, like I said, he had to sit out for that race, and George Russell took his seat. Now, there is that bit of, okay, is Hamilton going to be able to compete at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Can Russell actually have another chance at being in that Mercedes? Well, firstly, Lewis Hamilton, I think the period ends today, as when this video goes live, his period of isolation ends today. So, but ultimately, he has to do four negative COVID tests to be able to fly from Bahrain to Abu Dhabi to be able to compete in the final round of the season. And if he fails one of those tests, then pretty much confirming that he's not going to be racing, and George Russell, more than likely, will be in that seat for another race, and potentially maybe one that he could win this time. Maybe Mercedes will be double checking that the radio communications are actually working, everything is working hunky-dory, so I have to wait and see on that. Now, Lewis Hamilton did share a message on his Twitter page, and this is what he had to say.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I know I've not been in touch this past week, but it's definitely been one of the hardest weeks that I've had for some time, and just been focusing on recovering and trying to get back in shape so I can get back in the car and race the final race in Abu Dhabi. I woke up today feeling great and got my first workout in, so I just wanted to send you guys a message of positivity, let you know that I'm okay, and thank every single one of you for sending me the amazing messages and videos, and I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that wherever you are, you're staying positive and fighting through whatever it is that you're facing, and I hope that I can get back in the car soon, and yeah, I'm sending you guys love.
So it is good to hear that Lewis Hamilton is on the right direction in terms of his health, that he is getting better, and that's what we want to hear. Total Wolf was saying that he wasn't that good, he wasn't that very well, he was really down, but he was showing a little bit of symptoms, mild symptoms as it was reported, but he said that he's not really that good, and it was a bit like, oh, really touch and go, like, is he actually not that, is he not that bad, really? And, a little bit of worry starts to set in, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, he is fine, he's okay, he's on the mend, which is good. Will he be in Abu Dhabi? I really don't know, if I'm being honest with you. If he does pass those tests, then ultimately he will be in that seat at Abu Dhabi. And if not, well, we've got another round of George Russell, so that is going to be quite exciting to see. Will he win this time? More than likely he might just do that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you're new around here as well. We are heading into the final round of the season. I can't believe we are actually at this point where we are only one race away from the end of the season. Absolutely gutted that the season is going to be ending. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Can Abu Dhabi produce us one brilliant final race to go out with a bang? McLaren win. It's my birthday on the Sunday, which I've said about a million times by now, but I will keep saying it because it will never happen again. I'm hoping that I will get a McLaren win. So if anyone from McLaren is watching this, maybe you can do something illegal, perhaps. It's only the last race of the season. You're not gonna get any penalties for it, I suppose. I don't think they'll find out. No? Alright. Okay, don't do that then. But I hope for a McLaren win, but I really, really doubt it. But guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, watch what you're doing. Stay safe as always. And until next time, I'll see you later.